Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's update session. I'm Christy Manuel. This is the GI community, and we welcome you to this very important update session. This session is specifically to benefit all the SAFIR ZENIQ ecosystem members, that is asset holders. This is important and necessary following the X-Pro Layer K leadership meeting that just happened recently, of course, addressing the top SAFIR leaders. So it's important to convene this meeting to bring you up to speed of what's been happening and sometimes sensitive actions required for every member of the SAFIR ZENIQ ecosystem. So that's why I've called you out this evening for this special update session. And I'm going to be inviting our lead at Genius Investors, that's Coach Lawrence Enebeli, who is going to be briefing us on these updates. And so he'll be coming up here shortly, and this is supposed to be very brief. So if you know your team members, those who are, have been part of this community, that's the SAFIR ZENIQ ecosystem, this is the time to do them a reminder to be here. It's going to be very short, straight to the point. And after his quick update, if you have any questions, we'll take, and in 30 minutes or less, we're out of here. So, Coach Lawrence, are you ready for us?
Yep.
Okay,
very ready.
So Coach Lawrence will be briefing us first before we go through the interactive session. Over to you, Coach Lawrence.
All right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, particularly investors and team builders with the former SAFIR community. If you recall, SAFIR was approached by other communities and other blockchain companies for a merger way back January 2024. Okay. And so since then, the process of the merger has been on gradually and is about to be concluded this October. I mean, the technical phase of the merger. And so there's an update that took place 2 days ago. And then so I thought for top leaders of ZENIQ SAFIR, which I am. So I was invited and that update was done. The company will make an official pronouncement 1 week from now. So between now and next week, Saturday, today is what? 19th or 20th? Today is 19th of October, if I'm correct. So just for reference. So number one, those of us who were investors in ZENIQ SAFIR into the tokenized projects. Do you remember the tokenized projects? Projects that were tokenized on the ZENIQ blockchain before the merger. And so five of them agreed on their own decision to move from ZENIQ blockchain to Layer K blockchain. As a result of the merger, Layer K blockchain, a Layer 1 blockchain, was designed from scratch. That blockchain has 60% of the features of ZENIQ, and then another 40% combining the other features of Binance, Ethereum, Polygon, and Arbitrum blockchain. Okay. And so these projects were given opportunity to decide whether to remain with ZENIQ or to move to the new Layer K blockchain. So these 5 projects decided to move, and the 5 projects are CD, the real estate project in Austria, if you remember, T-Drone, the drone company that is the first to be licensed, the drone company that can produce drones that will deliver cargo from one country to the other, certainly from one city to the other. 5 Rings, a sporting company that owns one of the oldest, basketball institutes in the country of Croatia, and certainly one of the best in the entire Europe, expanding right now to America and Asia. It's called 5 Rings. They are the holding company to Skibona Basketball Club, for example. Skibona Basketball Club is very, very popular in Croatia. And then another company that decided to move also, Regardless, the first tokenized movie in the whole of the Middle East. Middle East is like a small continent for the Arabs. So the first tokenized movie for that continent is called Regardless. It's tokenized on the ZENIQ blockchain. Then the 5th one is NRT, the NEO Group. Do you remember the NEO Group? The fintech company that has on their app a swap between crypto and fiat, between government printed money and tokenized money like cryptocurrency in one app. It is licensed. They're also asset managers for over $4 billion, both in Monaco and in Dubai. Do you remember them? And recently they struck a partnership with the royal family, their Maktoum business group. They are tokenized on the ZENIQ, blockchain. So these 5 companies I've mentioned have decided to move their assets from ZENIQ to layer K. And they've negotiated in a way that the fee, if you remember recently, there was a fee on ZENIQ if you want to move your hub or if you want to withdraw from your hub, any of the hubs that are on the K-Minting platform. K-Minting is a shop owned by ZENIQ. That's where our tokenized projects are kept. So there was a rule recently, I think not up to a month ago, that if you want to withdraw, you need to pay some maintenance fee at the time you are withdrawing. So for these 5 projects, that maintenance fee has been shelved. For these 5 projects, that maintenance fee will no longer be paid if we move within the time frame. So watch out for the global call. The time frame will be given. I'm sure there will be enough time for all of us to move our assets, both the minter and also the tokens that have been minted. Okay. So that's point 1. There are about 4 points I want to mention in the brief. So that's point 1. That is relief for those of us moving because a lot of people didn't want to pay that fee since it's a recent something. So with this now, that fee is shelved for this particular project. And for the remainder projects, you have Nomo, you have ZENIQ, and you have VU. Nomo, ZENIQ, and VU are remaining back in ZENIQ Smart Chain. So ZENIQ Smart Chain is still running. ZENIQ blockchain is still running. And VU will make ZENIQ very popular. Okay. And then lest we forget also, during the swap, the layer K blockchain that merged with other blockchains to form, yes, the layer K blockchain that came out of the merger, okay, offered ZENIQ holders opportunity to swap their token in the past. Do you remember? That opportunity has ended, where you could swap your ZENIQ coin, already minted coin, withdraw it, and swap it for S layer K. S layer K means stake layer K. And if you stake it 2 years after, the S will disappear and it will not be layer K. Whatever is the price of layer K that time, that is what it will be. So there was a swapping ratio, okay? But that opportunity is gone. Some of us took it, I took it, and I'm sure we did presentations here to encourage people to take that opportunity. But even those of us who have taken that opportunity, remember your ZENIQ hub is still minting fresh tokens, assuming you took all of them. And so those ones will still benefit from the usage of that blockchain by VU, Nomo, ZENIQ, and other projects that are so coming there. I want to also report that due to that swap from ZENIQ to S layer K, 500 million units of ZENIQ was swapped. I repeat, due to the swap I just mentioned, the opportunity offered by layer K for ZENIQ coin holders, 500 million units, 500 million units of ZENIQ, about that number, was swapped. And so what that means is that the supply of ZENIQ in the market has been reduced. Because when you swap it, the person who's collected it will keep it, okay? And so that has helped ZENIQ also, because when there's too much supply and less demand, the price will go south. So the VU launch coming up, remember the soft launch of VU is happening this month, 10th first week of November. Then the public launch, I'm told, is around February 2025. When that VU takes off, everything built around the VU is to enable ZENIQ coin to have usage. And for every usage, there's gas fee from ZENIQ. There's also a burning mechanism from ZENIQ. So that will help give demand. And when these 500 million units are stored, relieving the supply, absorbing the excess supply, it helps the price mechanism of ZENIQ to move up as VU starts pumping a use case, because VU is disrupting the aviation industry worth $1 trillion every 12 months. The aviation industry, tickets sold and bought all over the world, local, international, private jet, chartered flight, all put together are worth estimated to be worth 1 trillion this year, because they already worth over 800 trillion, 2023 December. Okay. So I thought I should mention that. Then when you move your tokens to the new layer K blockchain, where exactly are you moving it to? You're moving it to Omnify. Omnify is the administrator, is the shopping mall, is the administrator where all the business of technology takes place. That's where you buy your new hub and your new minters, for example. So that's where it will be stored. Okay. Then point 2 you need to notice the management of these 5 companies that have decided to migrate from ZENIQ to layer K. Okay. They have decided to form one token called a super token. Instead of listing their tokens one after the other in different exchanges, they decided to form an alliance, a consortium, and list it as one token. The name of the token will be announced by the company. So stay put for the company call. What I'm doing here is just whetting your appetite. so that you have reason to be in that company call and to tell you the good things that are coming. All right? Okay. So what am I saying in effect? A super token is coming. So this super token will make it easy for you to stake your migrated tokens instead of just leaving them idle and they are not earning you any income. Remember, none of them has been listed now because they are taking their time to adjust their white paper, go back for to inform the regulatory authority that they have changed their blockchain and they now want to do staking. So that process requires that they do one or two things before coming to list in the public. So in addition to that, they've decided on their own to form a consortium. So you'll be having one super token listed. Instead of CD listing alone, T-Drone listing alone, 5 rings listing alone, regardless listing alone, NRT listing alone, for example. You're going to have one super token comprising these projects. And that token price, will reflect that it is 5 projects in one, or even more projects that may add, that may be part of this in the future. So because of that, they will take a little time to list. So, but they are giving us opportunity when you migrate to the new system in Hominify, from where it is now in Kame meeting. Remember, the migration is at no cost to you if you work within the time frame given. When you get there, you have 3 options to do with your token. Option 1 is to merge it into the super token and stake it into your Hominify minter. So your Hominify minter, the one you have right now, or the one you're going to purchase, allows you, it's a hybrid minter, you know that already. That's one of the advantages. Allows you to stake layer K inside, and in addition, stake the super token in the same minter. How good is that? Let me repeat that. Right now, the layer K has its own minter. You can buy it in the Hominify shop. If you're hearing Hominify for the first time, Hominify is the same as 2access.io. It's just a shop where is the administrator of the entire new business done by Layer K as a consortium. That's where you buy your minter. That's where you buy anything you want to buy in terms of technology we're displaying. It's called Hominify. And so this Hominify shop gives you minters you can buy. These minters are empty technically. So it requires you to stake assets inside them. Layer K asset and this super token asset inside it. Then it starts minting for you, staking reward. It's called linking. That's the technical word, linking. But in a sense, it's like fixed depositing your assets so that you get fixed deposit reward. And the reward is daily. I've already bought my Hominify minter. Many of you have also done the same. And you have staked tokens on it. It is minting tokens every day for us, between 4 to 8% of whatever amount of token in dollar terms you use in buying the token that you minted, that you staked inside the Hominify. What percentage? 4 to 8 per month, and it's minted daily and you can withdraw daily. So what this will now mean is that in addition to the layer K you have already staked, if you still have space in the minter, okay, you can add the super token to it. And then the super token will now be minting for you USDT. In our blockchain, it's called USDK. They mean the same thing. USDT and USDK mean the same thing. So USDT, for those who are hearing for the first time, is digital dollar. It means $1 for 1 USDT. It doesn't go up, it doesn't come down in price. It's pegged to the dollar. So why are you being paid dollar? Because you stake your super token. That's because the super token has not been listed yet. So when the listing modalities are completed, you will now be paid in the super token coin. For now, it is US dollar. All right. Remember, details of this will be made official by the company. This is only a holding brief. And the company has promised within 1 week to do that global call. So make sure you're in that global call. It is that company owned that is the authoritative one. I'm giving you a heads up because we have been briefed as leaders. Okay. Then the second option you want to take, if you don't want to take the staking on, is to swap your assets to S layer K. The same way we swapped our ZENIQ, some of us did, to S layer K. S layer K stands for stake layer K. The S is just stake layer K. So you're staking it with Wale K. Wale K is our venture capital business in the Hominify ecosystem run by layer K blockchain. There, it will give you pump score if you stake your ZENIQ or layer K or your stake layer K. Anyone you stake there, it will stake it for 2 years. After 2 years, like I said, the S will be dropped. It will now read layer K. So what is the ratio of exchange? It will be made known officially, and you see the ratio of exchange between your assets. Okay, the assets you are exchanging either CD, T-Drone, 5 rings, regardless on NRT. NRT stands for Neo 1 group to S layer K. That option exists. Then the third option, out of the three options you can choose from, or a combination you can combine and choose from, is that you convert it to USDK promo. You can convert your CD, T-drone, 5 rings, regardless of NRT, after you have migrated to Omnify. While they're in Omnify, you can convert it to USDK promo. The ratio of conversion will be shown there. USDK promo is a voucher you can use to buy Omnify Minter or any other thing you want to buy in the Omnify shop. Some of us have used it before to purchase Minters. So the same thing here. So you can decide to say, okay, I want 50% as USDK promo so that I'll use it to buy Omnify Minter, and 50% in, what they call it, the super token I talked about, and therefore stake it is your choice. You can say, okay, I want some in S layer K and use it to get pumps coin Wale K to be your choice. So details on that in the next global call. Then number 2 is there's a timeline for the migration. I don't have the timeline because it was not announced. In the global call, it will be announced. I'm sure they'll give ample time. So this is a call for you not to sit on the fence. Stay around, inform everybody, get ready to inform everybody you ever put into SAFIR business who have any of these assets, or even if you have forgotten. That's why we're doing this video, so that you send it to them, do them that good, do yourself that good as well. Be your brother's keeper. Let everybody know that the house moving has reached an advanced stage. The only projects that are not moving that will stay back in K-Minting and ZENIQ are ZENIQ, NOMO, and VU. VU and Evinok, they are one company. So all of them are staying back in K-Minting and NOMO. That one, you don't need to do anything. But the ones that are moving are CD, T-drone, 5 rings, regardless, and NRT. And on their own volition, they've decided to form a super token, the first one super token in the world. If you go to where tokens are being sold now, cryptocurrencies are being sold, each token represents one project alone. But what these people have decided to do is that they will have a project that represents a super, token, as in one project representing more than one, one token rather representing more than one project, okay? Then those who missed this and who are lazy or who are not listening or who didn't attend the class and the time given elapses, we are told to tell such persons to wake up now, because if the time elapses, the time has not been announced, I hope you know. So let's assume it has been announced and it elapses and you still did not move. It means that anything about your token will be answerable by the management of ZENIQ, no, not the management of layer K, not XPro, not layer K. Because the two blockchains are running simultaneously. They are related, but the administration is different. So we want to cut the umbilical cord so that people are responsible for the different projects, okay? So this is important so that after the timeline is gone, we don't have a situation where somebody will come and say, I wasn't around there, what do I do now? Yes, there will be an email you can write, but those ZENIQ K-Minting and all of that will take care of you. So you don't want to be caught in between. You want to move when other people are moving. Then for those of us who bought Omnify Minters, what do you call it? The machines, the physical versions are being distributed now. Watch out for your email and your backend notification. You'll be notified if you want to tick the delivery option or you want to remain in the virtual option. I'm choosing the delivery option for the machine, at least one of the machines. And I recommend that to anybody who wants the extra benefit the machines bring. Okay, so that's it. That's the major highlight. So stay put for the main call 1 week from now. If Christy will allow, I might take 1 or 2 questions within the time we have, because we want to make this maximum 30 minutes. Over to you, Christy.
Yes, thank you, Coach Lawrence, for that wonderful brief, quick and straight to the point. Okay, we still have about 9 minutes before we wrap this up. So I'll be giving room for questions. A question or 2, at most 3, so that we are out of here in the next 9 minutes. So if you have any questions regarding the updates and brief that Coach Lawrence gave, this is the time, or any questions regarding your investment in SAFIR ZENIQ ecosystem, this is the time. We are clearing up all the, backlog, ensuring that everyone is on the same page, and of course, being on alert for when we need to take action. So like Coach Lawrence already said, if you know all the people who joined your team when it was Zera, SAFIR, this is the time to leave them a message. And of course, we're going to be making this recording available so that you share with them, they listen to it and get ready for action. So please, if you have any question, feel free to ask now. You can unmute yourself and speak.
Okay, Coach Christy, good evening. Confirm you can hear me.
Yes, you're loud and clear. Go ahead.
All right, so I wanted to find out, first of all, have they firmed up a date for the meeting and the global call? And secondly, I think it would be nice to drop the accounts, the email addresses for those who have challenges, especially those who haven't migrated from SAFIR, so that they can always reach out to those email addresses for any questions regarding their migrations up to this point.
Okay, let me take the last question. If you've not migrated from SAFIR, you have not committed any crime, just go to your SAFIR.com. The process of migration will be explained to you there with the same login details you had before and all of that. So what am I saying? Oh, I'm hearing X-Pro for the first time, or even if I've heard it, I've not done anything with my SAFIR account. That's fine. Just go to SAFIR.com, the same website you used to know before. The website will address you and the process you need to take. It's very straightforward and simple. They've simplified everything. And if you have any question, reach out to any of our resource persons. Then number two, the date for the global call has not been made. They say within 1 week. So I'm estimating between now and next week, Saturday. Today is 19th of October. So maybe between now and the next 7 days. The official call will be made. This is a holding call just to whet our appetite. Because I was in a leaders call where all these things were discussed. As an update to us, preparing our minds as well. Okay, Itu, and I hope that helped.
Okay, thank
Yeah,
you,
thank
Coach
you.
Lawrence.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, so another question. So network has been bad. That's why I logged in late. Do you have was there any mention regarding Layer K wallets?
Layer K wallet, yes, it's been developed. It's a decentralized wallet like MetaMask or Phantom. It's been developed. No date for the release yet, but it's in development. Maybe at that global call, something might be said. I don't know. Well, let's stay tuned. But what I can confirm, yes, a decentralized wallet for Layer K is in development. Just like it will be like MetaMask or Phantom. Thank you for the
Last question.
Yeah.
The last question will be: are we expecting the corporate leaders from ZENIQ and Layer K, or is just going to be a Layer K global call?
No, it will be a global call. First, there will be a Layer K global call because there are some Layer K updates that are due. Then there will be a separate call to benefit specifics former SAFIR members. So that one specifically for former SAFIR members, because of this migration of these assets, CD, T-drone, 5 rings, regardless, and NROT, also known as NEO1. So there will be 2 calls, the one for the everybody, which is Layer K, and the one specific for SAFIR, former SAFIR members like you and I, because of these projects I mentioned. Thank you.
All right, thanks for the feedback.
Okay, thank you, Ochitwen, for your questions. Someone already left a question. It says, regardless isn't minting yet since it was purchased. How do management intend to compensate for this?
Regardless is minting. There's the display that is not showing, particularly if you bought shares of it. If you bought the full hub, you will see that it's there. This person asking, did you buy shares or the full hub? But anything about display is already known. It's not only you. The whole world is the people who bought shares, not only of regardless, shares of T-drones, shares of TD, CD. Right?
There's 100 euros.
Yes, I know that problem. It is true. You're correct. But it's only the display. When they finish the migration and all that things that are happening on the back end, the display will show. Me, I bought both the shares and the full hub. The full hub is showing and it's minting very, very excellently. The quantity is very huge. You know, while all this while people are saying they are migrating, did they allow new people to buy? So we the old ones, the thing has been pouring out everything it has for us alone. It's like saying you bought one bag of eba, one bag of rice, and you people are 20 in the house, and suddenly only 5 people are cut off. The other ones travel, and only five of you are eating the entire bag of rice. That's what is happening now. So by the time the display is showing, you will see it. So be patient. It's not only you, it's known everywhere. Nobody who bought a share has a display. But the date you bought it is there, the contract address, everything is there, just the display that is not showing, but it's minting inside the blockchain. Just the display that needs to come up. So watch out for that, it will come later. And that's because you bought a share of the hub. The full one is displayed. Thank you for bringing that up.
Okay, thank you, Coach Lawrence. A question sent to me privately. This person wants to know, is Tupan being migrated as well to the Layer K ecosystem?
No. Remember, Tupan, we have been compensated for Tupan. Tupan left since to Binance. So the management of SAFIR then gave us a compensation. Do you remember? We were compensated with Nomo. So we own Nomo. Remember, everything that is coming out of the ZENIQ blockchain must pass through Nomo. That is how it is programmed. All the things that VU wants to do and Evinoc wants to do and other future projects want to do, they must pass through Nomo. They must pay gas fee Nomo. They must make people download Nomo. All their payments is from Nomo and all of that. So that will make Nomo a household name. Like the wallet, for example, to make Nomo look like the wallet of the aviation industry. And aviation industry is worth 1 trillion as of today. Every year, tickets bought and sold is over 800 billion already as of 2023, December. That's from January 2023 to December 2023 alone, 1 year, 12 months, over 800 billion was spent in travel tickets. So we're coming to disrupt that industry. It is estimated that about 1 trillion is what will be bought and sold in terms of tickets between January 2024 to December, 2 months from now, 2024. So all of that is disrupted by VU, and VU doesn't have any viable competition right now. If you know anyone, type in the comment box. The ones they have are just partial, people like they are far away. They are the main guys that are regulated, number 1, licensed, number 2, already in tokenized blockchain that has a speed of up to 30,000 transactions per second, already approved by the major airlines. We're launching with 400 airlines at a go. Once we start the launch, that's part of why we're delaying the launch. 400 airlines with millions of subscribers, even from the day of launch. All these are advantages that are attached to, the Nomo, the ownership of the Nomo maintain hub, all right? The Nomo token, as it were. Okay, please don't allow me make this like a presentation for Nomo. I'm just answering a question. So that's to let you know the potential of what we have, even though they have not been listed. Okay, next question, please.
Okay, same person is asking, why am I asked to swap my ZENIQ coin for X Layer K since it's not part of Layer K ecosystem?
That's a choice. It's a choice you have. They gave you options. People have been complaining that, oh, they did this project 2 years, 3 years now, and they've not earned any money. Is there no way they can do it so that those who are interested in any money can earn? And one of the reasons why the projects decided on their own decision. These are independent projects, don't forget, independent management, independent board. So they know something that you and I don't know because we're not business owners to that extent. They decided to migrate because they will have opportunity to stake their tokens in the Omnify minters, their hybrid minters. And therefore, we can get staking reward. Underline the word staking reward, and that reward is daily. You can withdraw it daily. So it's for purpose of cash flow, and it's not compulsory. You can migrate and wait for the listing. But while you're waiting, you can be earning money if you stake it. So it's not compulsory, you must swap it for Layer K. It's just one of the options. There are 3 options I mentioned. If you missed any one of them, please watch the replay. The option to swap it to the super token and then stake this token while the token is being listed. The option of converting it to S Layer K through a swap, if you choose, and then get pump score in Wale K and participate in Wale K businesses, including meme coin and all of that, Tomocart. And then the third one is converting it to USDK promo, a voucher that can enable you buy something on the Omnify shop. These are the 3 options, and you can combine them, you can take only one. Those who take the super token and mint and then stake it will be earning $1 every day as a staking reward. Who would want to earn $1? You keep your token just like it is now. It's not earning you any money. Someone say, put it inside this mint and it will be earning you $1 every day. By the time you fully understand it, I'm sure the person who has this question, maybe you may need to rephrase it. But watch out for the official announcement in 1 week from the company. Thank you.
Okay, is the chance to still move your ZENIQ to Coinbase in exchange for SLAK still possible at this
Take it
time?
again.
The chance to move your ZENIQ coins to Coinbase still
Yeah.
available now?
No.
Okay.
I'm not aware it's still available. That window has been closed, and that's part of why we're doing this call. Prepare. When they open the window, act within the window. The window right now for this one that we're talking about today, the one you're asking, the answer is no. That window is closed. That era is gone. Moreover, those who didn't migrate to SLAK, you didn't lose anything. ZENIQ is still running. Projects are still on it. It will still grow in price. The bull run is coming. Me, I still have my ZENIQ minters there. Even though I moved some of my ZENIQ coin personally to the SLAK, I still have balance here. So I'm on two sides. And there's a reasonable reason to do that. If anywhere you are, there's value. But the answer is no.
Okay.
So stick to timeline. Even this meeting is telling you about a timeline that will happen. Please act within that timeline. Thank you.
Okay, the last question I have here is, does LAK have its smart chain now that it is migrating these other projects?
Yes. I've always said in our earlier briefs that the ZENIQ LAK smart chain is in development. The projects that are moving, they are tokenized projects. A tokenized project will not move from a smart chain to a non-smart chain. No, it doesn't work like that technically. So they already know what I'm telling you before they decided to move, right? So a smart chain is in development. Watch out for it. The company we're dealing with, they don't like to talk before they do. They like to finish doing before they talk. This one I'm doing self. I'm probably, I'm probably revealing too much. Wait for the official announcements from the company. If I'm to answer your question, the answer will be yes. That smart chain is in development. I've told you about a wallet being in development. So watch out for it. But what you can know is that companies that are tokenized on ZENIQ blockchain will not leave ZENIQ blockchain to another blockchain that doesn't have a smart chain. That cannot happen technically. So that is the reason I tell you yes. But wait for the official announcement from the company. Next question.
All right. Thank you so much. That's the much we have. Thank you, Coach Lawrence, for being here, giving us the brief updates and responding to our concerns and questions and inquiries. And gentlemen and ladies who joined, thank you for also being here and taking action to be part of this session and asking your questions. Please, in the coming days, we'll be sending you communication about the global call. So you want to keep your ears to the ground and keep your eyes peeled. Again, reach out to all the people you know who are part of your ZENIQ SAFIR team. It's important they are also in the know of what's happening so that they can take action. Remember, we said there is a time-sensitive action required for all SAFIR ZENIQ ecosystem members. So let's be alert and take action. When the meeting for the global call is announced, we will also reach out to you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Coach Lorenzo. Thank you, Coach Ituan, and everyone who made this a success. We'll be back again with another session. It could be for X-Pro LAK ecosystem or a VU business opportunity meeting. So be on the lookout. The future holds a lot for us, and this is a time to be in the conversation, be in the space, and not on the sidelines. Thank you, Coach Lawrence, and we'll bring this to an end. Have a beautiful weekend, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone. Mr. Bako, nice to see you, sir. Bye, everyone.